Horses have been called. They're moving onto the track this evening's first race, the first half of the Daily Double. Fillies and mares racing 1 mile. A field of 8, number 9, has been scratched. Sick. Here's the field, the 1 Sun Devil Express over Robert Wilson of Dunkirk and George Villot of Columbus. Brad Crates trains, Darren Mauser drives. The 2 Lucy and Ethel, owned by David Franklin of Lexington. Tommy Smith training, Mike Wilder up. 3 Sunny Chef, Omalois and Paul Brooks of Van Loo. Melanie Williams training and driving. 4 Colleen's Candy Cam, owned by Robert and Sandra Johnson of Pompano Beach, Florida. Doug Lau trains with Randy Tharps. 5 is Moving On Up, owned by Terry Kraft of Washington, Pennsylvania. Greg Luther training, Eric Lenford driving. The 6 Lasha, owned by Pius Sullivan of Kenton and Dave Sullivan of Navarre, Ohio. Pius Sullivan is the trainer. Joe Adamski driving. 7 Heatwave, owned by the Morris brothers and Dave McCaffrey of Illinois. Randy Owens training, Dave Miller up. And the 8 Kate, owned by Effie and Betty Clark of Washington Courthouse. Alvia Long training, Brad Hanners in the sulky. The 9 has been scratched. Win Play Show perfected, trifecta, Daily Double wagering. First race, pacing fillies and mares, all in behind the gate. They're on the backstretch, approaching the start. And they're off, and Sun Devil Express from the inside. First to leave, Lucy and Ethel alongside. Came away second. From mid-track in third is Moving On Up, dropping in fourth, Colleen's Candy Cam. To the outside and coming away fifth is Heat Wave. On the inside in sixth, Lasha. At the rail in seventh, Sunny's Chef, the early trailer. Eighth is Kate around the first turn. On the front, Lucy and Ethel setting the pace now. Sun Devil Express on the inside, gapping 2 lengths. In the second, the opening quarter in 29 and 2. At the rail and pacing in third, Colleen's Candy Cam. Racing in fourth, it's Moving On Up. 2 lengths 5 to Heatwave, and another 3 lengths in sixth to the 2-year-old Lasha. At the rail in seventh, Sunny's Chef. The trailer is Kate. Feel a bit strung out here as they race into the clubhouse turn. Lucy and Ethel strolling along comfortably here by 2.5, 3 lengths now. Sun Devil Express. Inside is gapping badly in second. Now to the outside, Colleen's Candy Cam is looking to pressure. The leader is now first up in third, half in 59 and 2. They make the swing to the backstretch. Lucy and Ethel now being joined up by Colleen's Candy Cam, who's at the leader's wheel. Sun Devil Express at the rail is racing in third. Heatwave works out a perfect trip here, is now second over with cover in fourth. Inside in 5 is Moving On Up. Lasha is there racing in sixth. And Kate is underway, but she has a lot of ground to make up here as they race into that final turn of the field now, beginning to bunch up on Lucy and Ethel. 3/4, 129 and 2 as they round the final turn. Lucy and Ethel, but Colleen's Candy Cam, the 2-year-old, and here comes another 2-year-old, Heatwave on the far outside, and Kate in perfect striking position. Less than an eighth of a mile to go, and down the stretch they come. To the outside, it's Heatwave. Inside, Colleen's Candy Cam, and Kate coming from dead last. It's Kate from last to first here. Heatwave up for second, and Colleen's Candy Cam hangs on for third. Trackside is the winner, number 8, Kate, a 4-year-old Ohio-bred daughter of Noble Lansam for the Melvinsville mare, Sharon Kate. Effie and Betty Clark of Washington Courthouse. Alvia Long training, Brad Hanners in the sulky. Kate using a big back half to record her third of the season, her second consecutive here at Scioto Downs, pacing the mile 1:59 and 1/5. First race, $2 perfecta, 8-7, $64.60. Here's the field now. Race number 2, tonight's fillies and mares, 5-year-olds and under, racing 1 mile. Purse of $2,300, a field of 8 going to the post. The 1 is Rocket to Heaven. Up by Richard Crandall of Bellefontaine, Ohio. Paul Wagner trains, Mike Wilder drives. 2 Osamio, owned by Leonard Buckner, Mount Eaton. Ken offered training for Don Irvine Jr. 3 Carbohydrates, and Hildebrand is the owner trainer. Brad Hanners driving. From post 4, Hills Peppy Scooter, owned by Jack Franklin of Xenia and Val Beam of Columbus. Jack Franklin trains and drives. 5, Beach Commander, owned, trained, and driven by Bucky Trout of Washington Courthouse. The 6 is Noble Ace, owned by Gary Mullins of Westerville and Downing of Columbus. Selden Ludford trains. Eric Ludford drives. 7, Pocket Edition, leased and trained by Sherry Myers of South Charleston, now driven by Jim Daly. That's a driver's change. Daly on the 7. And from post 8, it's Giggles and Grins. But the Kentuckiana Racing Stable of Lexington, Ellen Regal trains. Dave Miller is in the sulky. Win, play, show, perfecta, trifecta, wagering 8 minutes until post time. 8 minutes. Lining up, moving in. On the backstretch, there they go. And they're off, and it's Pepe's Scooter. First for the lead, Hills Pepe Scooter sent right out, going for the lead on the inside. A Carbohydrate going with her. From off the rail, Rocket to Heaven, timing the gate perfectly, is in third. And Giggles and Grins from the far outside gets away quickly in fourth. At the rail in 5, it's Osamio. Inside in 6th, Beach Commander, another 3 lengths. In 7th, Noble Lace. The trailer is Pocket Edition. Reaching the first quarter mile marker, Hills Pepe Scooter, the early pace setter. Opening panel, a quick 27-3. And Giggles and Grins has been parked throughout. She's still on the outside there as they come to the stretch. Hills Pepe Scooter, Franklin wants the cover, but he won't get it. Giggles and Grins will drop in behind, roughening up a bit here, but Miller holds it together. On the inside, Carbohydrate is now in third, racing fourth. To the outside, Rocket to Heaven. Samio, 3 lengths back in 5. Inside in 6th is Beach Commander. Underway comes Noble Ace. Half and 56-3, and Hills Pepe Scooter continues to lead, but Giggles and Grins won't get much of a breather as she comes back to the outside. And Giggles and Grins, Miller has pulled the earplugs of this filly, and she responds quickly. She takes a lead. It's a big effort tonight from Giggles and Grins, who from post 8 has come a long ways to get to the front. She now takes that lead from Hills Pepe Scooter. Rocket to Heaven is in the hunt of the outside. 3/4, 126-1. And it's the 2-year-old Giggles and Grins with a lead. Rocket to Heaven, the long shot of the outside at 15-1 is within striking distance. And Noble Lace is right there with the hunt. With less than 1/8 of a mile to go. And down the stretch they come. And on the front, Giggles and Grins, a strong leader. But Noble Lace is now closing. And here comes a late closing Pocket Edition as they drive the deep stretch. Giggles and Grins, a rough trip tonight, but she manages to win. She wins by 2. Giggles and Grins in 156-3. Trackside is the unofficial winner tonight. Second from post 8, Giggles and Grins, a 2-year-old daughter of Jake Lobel from the Albatross mare, Making Smiles. Over the Kentuckiana Racing Stable of Lexington, Ellen Regal, the trainer Dave Miller in the sulky. Coming in from New York Sire Stakes at Vernon Downs, recording her 3rd of the season. This, of course, her home turf in the Ellen Regal stable. She earns a mark tonight, doing it the hard way, 156 and 3/5. Introducing the horses, race number 3. Tonight's 3rd race, Fillies and Mares, racing 1 mile. Purse $2,400, a field of 9. Number 1, Johanna. Owned by Bob Griffith of Georgetown, Kentucky. Robert Burns training, Hugh Beatty Jr. driving. 2, Always Be Happy. Owned by Jason Ash of Dublin. Virgil Morgan Jr. trains, Dave Miller up. 3, Performance. Over the Paint Creek Farms of Rochester, Michigan. Jeff Short trains, Donnervine Jr. drives. 4, Good Night, Sweetheart. Then trained by Mike Redden of Delaware. Drivers change to Jim Daly. The 5, Ann's Magical Law, go by Ann and Virgil Parks of Marengo. Ron Stack trains, Eric Ledford driving. 6, Unlimited Bid, owned by Greg Luther of Columbus. Greg Luther trains, Mike Wilder up. 7, Sizzlin' Samantha. Jim Davis, the owner, Carl Bray, the trainer, and Randy Tharps, the driver. 8, Hills Sensational, over the Diamond Chip Stable of Columbus. Scott Mogan of Asheville. Scott Mogan trains and drives. And from post 9, Denise, owned by Ralph Sexton and Francis Thomas of Hamilton. Ralph Sexton trains, Brad Handers in the sulky. 3rd race, Fillies and Mares, all in behind the gate. The gate swings into the back stretch for the start. There they go. And they're off, and it's Anne's Magic Along from mid-track. First for the lead from the inside, Always Be Happy came away second. Performance away strong in third, and Johanna from off the pylons fourth, angling in five. Good Night, Sweetheart. Inside in sixth, it's Unlimited Bid at the rail in seventh. Sizzlin' Samantha. Hill Sensational came away eighth, and from the far outside, Ed Denise will have to settle in ninth and trails as they reach the first quarter. It's the Gray Anne's Magic Along, leading by 2.5. Opening quarter 27-2. That's a brisk opening panel. And they're in straight alignment now behind Anne's Magic Along in Ledford. Always Be Happy to the inside as a patient second. Performance at the rail in third. Then comes Johanna in fourth. Good Night, Sweetheart is fifth, and the front end backing things down here, and that will bring horses out. Here comes Sizzlin' Samantha, first up at the outside, and she'll flush live cover as they race into the clubhouse turn. It's Anne's Magic Along by a length and a half, two. Always Be Happy to the inside. Half 58 and 3. Out of the outside, Performance is moving uncovered in third with the cover in fourth now. Sizzlin' Samantha Johanna finds herself locked in fifth. Hill Sensational to the outside of sixth. Good Night, Sweetheart is racing in seventh. Pace will quicken now as they race down the back stretch with Anne's Magic Along by 3 parts of a length. She's been there every step of the mile. Performance is right there now applying pressure. They're at the 3/4, 126 and 3. Around the final turn, Anne's Magic Along looking to wire the field here, but Always Be Happy. Well rested, should be tight for the stretch drive. Performance on the outside is now tiring badly into the outside. Sizzlin' Samantha, less than an eighth. And down the stretch they come, and here comes Always Be Happy. And Always Be Happy, wasting no time to take the lead here. Always Be Happy with a full head of steam, up by 4. She wins it. Anne's Magic Along with second. Johanna hangs in for third. 155 and 1. Third race, now official. And here is the winner, number 2, Always Be Happy. 6-year-old Ohio-bred daughter of Happy Chatter from the GT Skipper mare Bobby Sue Skipper, owned by Jason Ash of Dublin, Ohio. Virgil Morgan Jr. trains nicely, handled by David Miller. Always Be Happy using the Garden Spot trip en route to her 4th win of the season, and that is a lifetime best, an impressive mile tonight, 155 and 1/5. And for Miller, it's 2 wins this evening. The third race is official. Fourth race, pacers are leaving the paddock area. Fourth race, condition pacing fillies and mares. Racing 1 mile, purse $3,800, a field of 6. The 1, Lace and Jade, owned by Clarence DeLong of Grove City, Lloyd Hawk training, Dave Hawk driving. The 2, Flying Like a Star, laced and trained by Tom Brinkerhoff of Lockburn, Don Irvine Jr. 3 is Aim Too High, owned by Jeff Donton of Canal Winchester and Ralph Aronson of Columbus. Virgil Morgan Jr. training, Dave Miller driving. 4, Noble Choice, Solomoma Steyer, Waterford Brookshire trains with Jim Daly. 5, Favorite Madam, owned by Don Huddleston of Chillicothe, Jerry Kuchbach training with Eric Ledford. And the 6, Trapper MD, owned and trained by Terry Grant of Batavia, Randy Tharps in the sulky. Win Play Show Perfecta, pick 3 wager. Fourth race, fillies and mares, all in behind the gate. They're on the back stretch. There they go. And they're off, and from the outside, Trapper MD fires for the lead, but Lace and Jade to the inside quickly. Takes advantage and takes the lead on the inside in third. It's Flying Like a Star, but they're battling it out early on the front. And Lace and Jade using the inside to her advantage now takes the lead, and Trapper MD will have to settle in behind in the Garden Spot in second. Flying Like a Star, 3 lengths back in third, another 2 lengths in fourth. It's aimed too high. They reach the first quarter-mile marker, a brisk 27 and 3. Lace and Jade sets the pace with Trapper MD on the inside in second. Flying Like a Star has closed the gap in front third. Inside in fourth, aimed too high. Racing 5 is Noble Choice, and the trailer is Favorite Madam. Racing through the stretch, and the fillies and mares are in straight alignment. No one makes a move on Lace and Jade. They approach the half. Lace and Jade with the lead, and Trapper MD wants to go on. They reach the half, 58 seconds. They make the turn to the backstretch. Lace and Jade will be tough here with these fractions. Trapper MD is still there, a patient second. And now here comes Noble Choice, pulling the pocket and coming with authority on the outside. Noble Choice with fifth. Then fourth. She's now third, and right behind her is Favorite Madam. They fire down the backstretch, and the pace will quicken now. Lace and Jade continues the lead. Out of the outside, Noble Choice. At the rail, Trapper MD is trapped at the rail in third. 3/4, 127-2. As they drive to the final turn, Lace and Jade has a lead a neck. Outside and pressuring in second, Noble Choice. Now 3 wide, it comes Favorite Madam, and Trapper MD is waiting for the inside passing lane. They've lost set at 8. And down the stretch they come, and it's Lace and Jade. On the outside comes Noble Choice, and further outside, it's Favorite Madam, and far outside is Aimed It Too High. 6 of them at the wire, very tight all the way across in 156-4. Beating out a field, the other field of 5. Here is the winner, number 5, Favorite Madam, a 3-year-old Ohio-bred daughter of Dare You 2 from the Albatross mare Bunny Hanover. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is a half-sister to the Invitational Pacer Suburbanites and the sensational 2-year-old Nuke the Bunny. She's owned by Don Huddleston of Chillicothe. Jerry Kushbach trains Eric Ludford driving. Her second win of the season, taking a record of 156-4. During the track now, race number 5. This the first half of the twin trifecta. A field of 8 going to the post, racing 1 mile. Purse $1,700. The one Give Up Some Bluegrass. Some of the 3 horsemen stables of Lexington. Tommy Smith training, Mike Wilder driving. 2 is Steady Mercy, owned by Holly Powell of Urbana. Ron Steck trains, Eric Ludford drives. 3 Silver Bells, owned and trained by Charles Brown of Richwood. Dave Hawk aboard. 4 Monique's Magic, owned, trained, and driven by Mark Evers of Lebanon. 5 Sweet Iris, owned by Iris Harwitz, Brooklyn, New York. Tim Rucker trains. Driver's change is to Chip Noble, Sam Noble III on the 5 horse. The 6 Terry Z, owned and trained by Jay Addy of Norwich, Dave Miller. 7 Kansas Queen, owned by Ken Bailey of Canal Winchester. Robert Jordan trains, Rick Jordan drives. From post 8, it's Rembrandt's Jessica. Jim Shaloff is the owner, along with Mike Van Ontreve of Dayton. Carl Bray trains, Randy Tharps in the sulky. Win play show perfected, twin trifecta wagering. 8 minutes until post time, 8 minutes. 5th race, fillies and mares lining up, moving in. The gate swings into the backstretch for the start. There they go. And they're off, and it's Terry Z from the outside. Further inside, Steady Mercy, give away strong. Between horses, 3rd, it's Silver Bells. Outside in 4th, Rembrandt's Jessica. Off the pylons a bit sluggishly. 5th, we Give Up Some Bluegrass. Parked to the outside, 6th is Kansas Queen. At the rail in 7th, Monique's Magic. The early trail of 8th, Sweet Iris. Around the first turn, Terry Z sets the early fractions here, 1.5 lengths, 2. Inside, racing a second. It's Steady Mercy, the opening a quarter in 28 3/5 of a second. And again, parked to the outside, Rembrandt's Jessica. And now Tharps puts it into gear with Rembrandt's Jessica. She makes the front tonight. She takes a lead, leads by 2. Terry Z now benefiting from the Garden Spot trip is racing second. Steady Mercy finds herself locked in 3rd. And Kansas Queen without cover in 4th. Monique's Magic is underway, gapping her cover 5. Inside and racing a 6th, Give Up Some Bluegrass. The trailer is Sweet Iris. They reach the half, 59-2, making the swing to the backstretch. The 5-1 Rembrandt's Jessica has a lead here, 1.5 lengths, 2. Kansas Queen moving steadily on the outside, stalking the leader in 2nd. Terry Z at the wheel is in 3rd. Monique's Magic poised to strike 3 wide. Steady Mercy locked in tight here, 5. Outside and racing a 6th is Sweet Iris. Field tightens up here as Rembrandt's Jessica continues to front the field. A length and a half over Terry Z. 3/4, 129 and 2. Moderate fractions here as Rembrandt's Jessica looks to pull this one off, but Terry Z on the inside is waiting for racing room. Kansas Queen on the outside. And now forced 3-4 wide. Here comes Sweet Iris. Less than an eighth to go, and down the stretch they come, and Sweet Iris with a full head of steam is marching to the front, and Sweet Iris on the outside. Sweet Iris from last to first in 1:59. Rembrandt's Jessica hangs on for second, tight for show. And trackside making the trophy presentation, trackside in the winner's circle, number 5, Sweet Iris, a 4-year-old daughter of Goalie Jeff from the Abercrombie mare. Sweet Phyllis. Oh, by Iris Harwitz, Brooklyn, New York. Tim Rucker, the trainer, nicely handled tonight. A catch driven by driver Chip Noble. Sweet Iris records her second of the season. Tonight's mile in 1:59 flat. Here's the field. Race number 6, Fillies and Mares, conditioned claiming pacers, racing 1 mile. A field of 7. The 2-horse has been scratched. Number 1, Ann McFaney, owned, trained by Bob Colley of Ashley. Brad Hanners driving. 2 is out. 3, Come On Two-Step, owned by Alfred Malaga, North Royalton, and Philip Boldoff of Akron. Don Irvine Jr., the trainer driver. 3 is Extremely Volatile, owned, trained, and driven by Mark Evers. Number 5, Likewise I'm Sure, laced by Rebecca Green of Cedarville. Gary Green trains Chip Noble. The 6, Oakley Billback, laced and trained by Johnson Hill Jr. of Centerville. Randy Tharps aboard. 7, Linda Linnell, owned by Charles Blankenship of Asheville. Leonard Applin trains with Eric Ledford. And number 8, Caramba Hanover, owned by Ruth Altmeyer of Washington. David Wills of Newark, Ohio. Dave Rankin trains. Dave Rankin drives. Win, play, show perfected. Trifecta wagering. Post time in 8 minutes. 6th race, Fillies and Mares, all on behind the gate. They're on the back stretch. There they go. And they're off. Come On Two-Step, timing the gate perfectly. Quickly takes a lead, but for the outside, Linda Linnell. Shifting to high gear, and Linda Linnell surging to the front. Come On Two-Step, outstepped here, is now second. Inside, Ann McFaney is holding off these 2. And they're 3 across as they round the first turn. Come On Two-Step comes alive now and takes a lead. Ann McFaney settles in second. Linda Linnell will have to settle for third. Inside, racing a 4th. It's Extremely Volatile, opening quarter, 27 and 4. Coming through the stretch, and 5 of the inside. Likewise I'm Sure. 2 lengths in 6th is Oakley Billback. Caramba Hanover trails at 7th. Through the stretch and on the front, the 3-1 Come On Two-Step leads here by 2. And McFaney to the inside is racing as second. Linda Linnell at the rail in 3rd. Racing in 4th. As they swing into the clubhouse turn is Extremely Volatile, the half, 58 and 1. Now to the back stretch. And it's Come On Two-Step dictating the pace here. She leads by 2. Inside and second, it's odds unfavored Ann McFaney. Now to the outside, here comes Linda Linnell, and Ledford again making a bid for the lead on the outside. Linda Linnell up to challenge the leader. They race down the back stretch. The battle back onto the outside. It's Linda Linnell. Inside, Come On Two-Step, and again they're slugging it out. And again Linda Linnell is parked around the upper turn. 3/4 in 127 and 2. Midway through that final turn, and Come On Two-Step again puts away Linda Linnell. But on the inside is Ann McFaney, and she's stalking the leader with no racing room. And now she finds that room, and she comes out with a quick brush with less than a 16th to go, and down the stretch. And Ann McFaney takes the lead. Come On Two-Step, Extremely Volatile closing quickly. It's Ann McFaney home free. Extremely Volatile was up for second, with Come On Two-Step in 3rd. Here is the winner, number 1, Ann McFaney, a 7-year-old Ohio-bred daughter of Billy Darch from the Steady Special mare, Madam Bell, owned and trained by Bob Colley of Ashley. Ohio Brad Hanners in the sulky. 4th win of the season. And the fastest of the year for Ann McFanny, the mile 157.1. Trackside to make the trophy presentation representatives from Warner Cable and K95.5, sponsors of our Night of the Races and our giveaways this evening. The McDonald is leading the horses postward this evening's 7th race, the second half of the twin trifecta fillies and mares racing 1 mile per $1,700, a field of 9. There are no changes. Number 1 is Royal Diversion, owned by the J&L Dubau stable. Matthias Meinzinger of New York. Tommy Smith trains. Brad Hanners drives. 2 Go Mary Joe, owned by Wesley Elton of Hero Heights. Tom Horner Jr. training with Donner Vine Jr. 3 Bow Me Over, owned by Charles and Louis Stovall of Lebanon. Doug Stovall trains Randy Tharpsa. 4 Linwood Heiress, owned by Lonnie McIntosh of Lebanon. Jim Florio, the trainer with Mike Wilder. 5 Noble DJ, owned by Richard Jennings, Ken, and Gary Alexander of Franklin, Ohio. Gary Alexander, the trainer with Dave Hawk. 6 Love Ring, with the HCA stable of Wilmington. Darrell Lewis trains. Eric Ledford drives. 7 Side Court, owned by Tom Lovely and Susan McKinney of Ohio. Tom Lovely, the trainer-driver. The 8 Munges Molly, owned by Martin Racing of Germantown. Virgil Morgan Jr. trains with Dave Miller. And the 9 Kells of Gold, owned by Edwin Lean of Kettering. Mary Coven trains. Sam Coven in the sulky. Win Place Show trifecta. 7th race, spacing fillies and mares, all in behind the gate. They're on the backstretch, and they're approaching the start. And they're off, and from the inside, Bow Me Over, sent right to the front alongside Linwood Heiress. From the far outside, Kells of Gold looking for early racing position, and she settles in behind the battling leaders. At the wheel in 4th, Royal Diversion, 2 lengths in 5. Go Mary Joe to the outside, underway 6th. Here comes Mudge's Molly, 2 lengths in 7th is Noble DJ, another 2 lengths to Love Ring, and the early trailer is Side Court. They reach the first quarter 28-1, and they continue to battle it out of the front. On the outside, Bow Me Over now makes the front. Mudge's Molly on a mission here, and Mudge's Molly has been parked the entire way. She now takes a lead here for Miller, and Mudge's Molly clears to the front. Bow Me Over on the inside is second. At the rail and racing in 3rd is Linwood Heiress. Underway 4th comes Royal Diversion. Go Mary Joe is directly behind her in 5th. At the rail, but shuffle back 6th now. Kells of Gold, a half 57-3. Around the turn to the back stretch. On the front with the lead, it's the 6-1 Mudge's Molly, a length and a half 2 over Bow Me Over. Out of the outside, Royal Diversion taking all the air. Here comes Love Ring, and Love Ring rushing quickly on the outside. She circles this field with authority, and she's coming strong. On the outside, Love Ring is there to pressure the leader, Mudge's Molly. At the 3/4 mile marker, 3 quarters in 1:27 flat, Mudge's Molly. With the lead here by a length and a half 2. On the outside, Love Ring is there. Go Mary Joe is at the rail in 3rd. Out of the inside, Bow Me Over appears her streak is coming to an end tonight with less than an eighth of a mile to go, and it's Mudge's Molly with a lead. Inside in 2nd, Go Mary Joe, the closest, and she's coming strong. Mudge's Molly, Go Mary Joe will have to hurry. It's Mudge's Molly by a length. Go Mary Joe 2nd, and Love Ring 3rd. 1:56-3. And trackside in the winner's circle, winner of the 7th, number 8, Mudge's Molly, 3-year-old Illinois-bred daughter of Incredible Finale from the Silent Majority mare, Mudge's Shannon. Owen Martin Racing of Germantown, Ohio. Virgil Morgan Jr. trains. Dave Miller in the sulky. First win of the season and a lifetime best for Mudge's Molly, 1:56-3, and that gives leading driver Dave Miller a driving triple on tonight's card. Race number 8. 8th race, fillies and mares. Racing 1 mile. Purse of $4,000. Number 1 is Peachy Pie. Oh, by Don Huddleston of Chillicothe, Jerry Kuchbach trains, Eric Ludford driving. The 2 illegally parked, shown by Dan Russo of Osterville and Robert Parker of Texas. Mike Epler trains, Dave Miller driving. 3 Look Annie, up by Mike Parker of Chillicothe, Mike Wilder, the trainer driver. 4 is Just Plain Fancy, owned by Hingan Namzuki of Sardinia. Lozic Namzuki trains, drivers change to Chip Noble. The 5 Wild Rain, owned by Lionel Wannick of Zanesville. Randy Tharps trains and drives. And the 6, Sassy Abu, owned by Mary Wolf, Kim Godfrey, and Larry Coder of Ohio. Larry Coder trains Donner Vine Jr. in the sulky. Win Play Show Perfecta Trifecta wagering 7 minutes until post time. 7 minutes. Eighth race, fillies and mares on the backstretch. There they go. And they're off, and it's Wild Rain who powers quickly to the front. She wastes no time and takes the lead by 3. On the inside, Peachy Pie came away second, angling in third. Illegally Parked Look Annie settles in fourth. 5 of the inside is Just Plain Fancy. Sassy Abu is the early trailer in sixth. Around the first turn, and it's Wild Rain with the lead. Illegally Parked, odds-on favorite, getting the garden spot trip behind the leader. Reaching the first quarter in 28 2. No one moving here as Wild Rain dictates the fractions. Wild Rain at 7-1 has the lead by 2. Illegally Parked to the inside is in second. That's Peachy Pie who's in second. Illegally Parked is in third. And Look Annie is at the rail in fourth. Then comes Just Plain Fancy, and the trailer is Sassy Abu, and everybody continues to sit tight as they approach the half with Wild Rain. Peachy Pie has the garden spot seat. The half in 58 3. It's a moderate pace here, a leisurely pace as they swing to the backstretch. Wild Rain continues to lead with Peachy Pie in second. Illegally Parked, about to crank it up now, and now she comes to the outside, and Illegally Parked sprinting quickly up to join the leader. And Sassy Abu has flushed that cover but can't keep up as they race into the final turn. Illegally Parked puts a nose in front of Wild Rain, 3/4 in 127 1. And now it's a mad dash for the cash. On the outside, Illegally Parked, Wild Rain to the inside, and Peachy Pie into position to strike in third. Lost an eighth of a mile ago, and down the stretch they come. Illegally Parked opens up, and they sprint for home. It's Illegally Parked, Peachy Pie on the outside, but it's Illegally Parked coasting home. Peachy Pie up for second. Look Annie up for third in 154 4. Winner of tonight's 8th race, number 2, Illegally Parked, a 4-year-old daughter of Noble Land Sam from the Warm Breeze mare, Fana Hanover. Owned by Dan Russo of Osterville and Robert Parker of Texas. Mike Epler trains, Dave Miller in the sulky. Illegally Parked records her second of the year. Only a fifth of a second off her lifetime best. Tonight's mile in 154 4/5. And for Miller now, it's 4 wins, driving 4 winners this evening. And here's how they finished in the 8th. The 1, Peachy Pie 2, Illegally Parked the winner, Look Annie 3, Just Plain Fancy 5, Wild Rain 4, and Sassy Abu 6, 2, 1, 3, 5, 4, and 6. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the upcoming 9th race. The 5th leg for 3-year-old trotting colts and geldings and Ohio sires. Ladies and gentlemen, horses are leaving the paddock area for tonight's 9th race. This evening's 9th race is the 5th and final leg for 3-year-old trotting colts and geldings in Ohio Sire Stakes. Tonight's 9th race, racing 1 mile, a purse of $20,000, and a field of 11 going postward. The 1 is a son of Carry the Message, owned by Tom Hicks of Charlotte, North Carolina, Lanny Merriman, the trainer, with a 2-year-old mark at Lexington. 2-1 and 3 earnings of $38,000. Lanny Merriman driving Conch T. The 2 is a Son of Speed in Action, owned by the Syndicate of Yoe Huber Bradenbaugh in Montgomery of Ohio and Kentucky. Dick Richardson Jr., the trainer. A Northfield Park mark of 2 minutes and 1. $64,000 in earnings. Donnervine Jr. behind. Only Action. The 3 is a Son of Carry the Message, owned by Chip Noble of Xenia, Ralph Conley Jr. of Miamisburg. Chip Noble training. A Lexington mark of 156 and 1. Nearly $90,000 in earnings. Chip Noble driving Dan Shadow. From post 4, a Son of Final Score, owned by Joe Lanning of Zanesville, Ohio. Lloyd Hawk is the trainer with a Raceway Park mark of 2 minutes and 4. Earnings of $58,000. Dave Hawk driving Super Jock. From post 5 is a Gilded Son of Ambrose Solar, owned by the Hatfield Stables of Columbus. Tim Rucker training with a Scioto Downs mark of 202 and 2. Earnings of $34,000. Drivers change here. Dave Miller driving I'm Just a Kid. Post position 6 going to a Son of Ambro Iliad, owned by Kevin Greenfield of Perrysburg. Jeff Miller training. A Hoosier Park record of 159, earnings of $31,000. He comes in from Hoosier Park. Tonight driven by Eric Ludford. It's the 6 Spirit of Troy. Post 7 belongs to another Son of Ambro Iliad, owned by Walt Beaver of Hilliard. Robert Del Bianco training. A lifetime best at Hoosier Park, 156 and 4. Over $79,000 in earnings. Hugh Beatty Jr. guiding T. Cody. From post 8, a Son of Speed in Action, owned by Tom Weber of Stryker and John Zimmerman of Defiance. Jim Daly training. A 2-year-old Grand Circuit mark of 2 minutes and 2. Earnings of $49,000. Jim Daly driving Hot Action. Number 9, a Son of Carry the Message, owned by Barbara Chapman, Dave Rankin, and Richard Lane of Ohio. Dave Rankin training. A Scioto Downs record of 158 and 3 in Ohio State Fair Stakes. Earnings of $42,000. From post position 11, Dave Rankin driving Grammarian. Number 10 is a Brown Son of Overcomer, owned by Willard Miller of Jamestown. Alan Busk of Xenia, Willard Miller training. A Lebanon mark of 204 and 2. Earnings of $28,000. He'll score from post position 4, Over Mystified with Willard Miller. And to complete this field, number 11 is a Son of Overcomer, owned by Harold Walker of Navarre, Ohio. Pius Sullivan is the trainer. With a mark at Painesville of 203 and 2. Earnings of $28,000. Scoring from post position 9, Proxy's Dandy, driven tonight by Gentleman Joe Adamski. And there, ladies and gentlemen, is the field now for this evening's 9th race. A field of 11. One place show. Horses lining up and moving in for the 5th and final leg of Ohio Sire's 3-year-old Colts and Geldings on the backstretch. There they go. And they're off. And Super Jock away promptly from the outside. First for the lead. Only Action to the inside. Came away second. Conch T from off the wheel is in third. To the outside, fourth comes Spirit of Troy. Over Mystified came away fifth. On the inside, Grammarian trotting a sixth. Hot Action trots seventh. To the outside in eighth, I'm Just a Kid. Racing in ninth is T. Cody. Inside in 10th is Dan Shadow. Proxy's Dandy, the trailer. Opening quarter 28 and 2. And on the front with the lead here, it's Only Action, a 15-1 shot by 2. Super Jock, the guard spot trip is second. Conch T at the wheel in third, and Grammarian will be the first to move on the outside, is now in fourth. In the cover 5, I'm Just a Kid. Over Mystified to the inside is sixth. T. Cody is third over the cover flow in seventh. Proxy's Dandy follows him in eighth. Hot Action on the inside is ninth. 10th is Dan Shadow, and following a break, the trailer now Spirit of Troy. Half in 59 and 3 to the back stretch. And Only Action leads here a length and a half. Super Jock is second, but Grammarian is now picking up speed. And Grammarian is at the leader's wheel. I'm Just a Kid drafting along with the cover in fourth. Conchi is 5 and T. Cody. On the outside, will have a lot of ground to make up, but he's right there to the outer flow. Has live cover in sixth. Over Mystified, trot 7 3/4, 129 around the final turn. And Only Action, no traffic here for him. A clear shot to the winner's circle. Leads a length and a half to Grammarian to the outside. Super Jock at the rail. T. Cody is underway. Less than an eighth. And down the stretch they come. And then Irvine and Only Action looking for the upset here. And they're looking over their shoulders. Only Action is drawing clear. Grammarian will be second best. T. Cody up for third. Only Action in 1:57.3. Race number 9 is now official. $2 perfect at $170.60, $170.60. The 297 trifecta returning $1,086.40, $10.86.40. Well, using the front end route tonight and avoiding a large field behind him, from post number 2, tonight's winner of the 5th leg Ohio Sires, Only Action. Brown gelding sired by Speed and Action out of the Quickster mare, Quick Charm. By Huey, Hubert, Bradbaugh, and Montgomery of Ohio and Kentucky. Dick Richardson Jr. training. Nicely handled tonight by Don Irvine Jr. Only Action records his 5th of his 96 campaign, and that is a career mark for him, 157 3/5. Trackside to make the trophy presentation, the president and director of Mid-America Racing Association, Mrs. Charles Hill. Also our track nurse here at Scioto Downs, Mary Garrity, and the secretary of the Ohio Standardbred Development Fund, Mr. Charles Bowen. Tonight's 10th race is the open pace for fillies and mares. They're racing 1 mile, a purse $6,500. It's a field of 6, the one lined on her feet. About Steve Stewart, Frank Coleman and Art Goldsmith of Kentucky. Robert Stewart trains, Eric Ludford drives. 2 HR's Gigi, owned and trained by Mike Reardon of Delaware. Chip Noble. 3 Fujimo, owned by Jerry Todd of Armand Beach, Florida. Vince Indy of Tip City, Ohio. Dan Ader trains, Don Irvine Jr. 4 Like Butter, owned by Virgil Hall of Jackson. Brett Elliott trains and drives. 5 Waiting for You, owned by the Hall Investment Company of Logan Dick Brand, trains Dave Miller. 6 Mudge's Elisa Gale, owned by Martin Racing of Germantown. Virgil Morgan Jr. is the trainer. Brad Handers in the sulky. Win Play Show Perfect. 10th race open, the fillies and mares lining up, moving in. They're on the back stretch, and they're approaching the start. And they're off, and it's HR's Gigi who fires from the inside for the lead. And from the far outside, Mudge's Elisa Gale gets away a strong second. A lot on her feet to the inside, came away third. To the outside and fourth, Waiting for You inside and 5. It's Fujimo. Early trailer 6th. Like Butter around the first turn, and all the front HR's Gigi studied the pace. Mudge's Elisa Gale was in momentarily, but came right back to the outside, reaching the first quarter mile marker in 28 seconds. And Mudge's Elisa Gale surging to the front. Waiting for You on the outside, wanting the front end, and here she comes now. Waiting for You, power to the front. And Miller putting Waiting for You to the front end. On the inside, Mudge's Elisa Gale now covered up in the pocket in second. HR's Gigi at the wheel and gapping in third. Light on her feet has been shuffled back and forth, with Fujimo in 5th. Like Butter on the inside trails 6th. They're at the half, 56-1. Around the turn to the back stretch they go, and it's Waiting for You at 4-1. Up 2 lengths over Mudge's Elisa Gale. Then HR's Gigi by 2 lengths, and now to the outside comes Light on her feet, and Light on her feet is underway with Fujimo directly behind her, and Like Butter moves into position, racing in 6th. Into the final turn, and Waiting for You has a lead here, 2 lengths. Mudge's Elisa Gale on the inside is second, 3/4, 125-1. Waiting for You, Mudge's Elisa Gale, and now to the outside. Here comes Fujimo with less than an eighth of a mile to go, and Down the stretch they come. Waiting for You has a lead, but Mudge's Elisa Gale comes to the outside as they drive into the stretch. It's Waiting for You, and Waiting for You will do it tonight. Miller with 5. Mudge's Elisa Gale second, and Fujimo up for third in 1:53.1. Ladies and gentlemen, trackside, the official winner of tonight's open pace. Doing it from on the front end tonight. Waiting for You. She's a 7-year-old Ohio-bred daughter of Good to See You from the Falcon Elmerhurst mare, Carla Elmerhurst, a homebred. Over the Hall Investment Company of Logan, Dick Brandt, the trainer, and tonight steered by Dave Miller. Waiting for You, who likes to race from off the back end, made a front end move tonight and was a strong leader in the stretch. That is a lifetime best for her, 1:53 and 1/5, and 5 winning drives tonight for Dave Miller. Introducing the horses, race number 11, tonight's 11th race. Fillies and mares racing 1 mile, purse $1,700, a shortened field of 7. Number 2 and number 3 have been withdrawn. Here's how they line up. Number 1, Mickey Motos, owned by John. Front Eckstein of Lewis Center. John Eckstein trains. Brad Hanner's driving. Number 4, who will be scoring from post 2, is Rutro, owned by Ayers Ratliff of Wellington. Mike Repine trains. Dave Repine drives. Number 5, Good Babies Don't Cry, owned by Robert Burns of Dayton. Robert Burns trains. Hugh Beatty Jr. driving. 6, O.T.A.N., owned by Daryl Sams of Chillicothe. John Barr trains. Dan Ader up. 7, Sweet Bee, owned by Tish Sturgwell of Delaware. Jim Daly, the trainer-driver. The 8, Frugal Rose, leased by Robert Zink. Tommy Smith trains. Eric Lenford up. The 9, Our Miss Mandy, owned by Clarence DeLong and Danny Landis of Grove City. Lloyd Hawk is the trainer. Dave Hawk is in the sulky. Win play show perfecta, superfecta. On the backstretch, there they go. They're off and pacing, and from the inside, it's Mickey Motos, first for the lead, but on the outside. And goes Good Babies Don't Cry. Good Babies Don't Cry quickly takes a lead, but on the far outside, Our Miss Mandy. And now Our Miss Mandy takes a lead by 2. Good Babies Don't Cry to the inside is now racing in second. Rutro at the rail in third. Inside fourth comes O.T.N. 5 of the inside after a miscue, leaving Mickey Motos. At the rail in sixth, Sweet Bee, Frugal Rose trails first quarter, 28-1. Our Miss Mandy has a lead here by 2. Good Babies Don't Cry to the inside in second. Rutro at the wheel in third. Racing fourth, it's O.T.N. 5, Mickey Motos. At the wheel in sixth, Sweet Bee with Frugal Rose gapping and lagging behind. Seventh, approaching the half, and Our Miss Mandy at 6-1 has the lead. Half and 59. To the back stretch they go. Our Miss Mandy with the lead, but on the outside, Rutro is racing in second. Good Babies Don't Cry at the wheel in third, and here comes odds-on favorite O.T.N. Now to the outside as they race down the back stretch. On the front, with the lead, it's Our Miss Mandy, but she sticks in the toes. Our Miss Mandy is on a costly break here, and she'll scatter this field. And that puts Rutro in the front, and suddenly Rutro inherits the lead. 3 quarters in 1:28-1, and Rutro finds herself in the front, but O.T.N., who avoided the breaking horses right there on the outside. At the rail and racing in third now comes Sweet Bee, and it's the long shot at 6-1. Rutro, but on the outside, O.T.N. will take command. O.T.N. is drawing clear. O.T.N. in front. Rutro to the inside is second. Frugal Rose is third, and Sweet Bee fourth. 1:57-4. Trackside is the unofficial winner, number 6, O.T.N., a 3-year-old Kentucky-bred daughter of Rotini from the Armbro Alert mare, Just About Perfect, owned by Daryl Sams of Chillicothe. John Barr, the trainer. Dan Ader in the sulky. First win of the season for the 3-year-old filly. The mile in 1:57-4.